And that is impossible.
We the AFL them widows, the government promised us our husbands' benefits, and up to now we can't see it.
No good road, no good school. The health sector poor. Now anything that can jack a both those. Them politicians stay giving us empty promises. What happened now?
Who the just? In fact, who rather lay in a complaint to? They will listen to what they in power. After election time, people know how important. After election, we thought they say we are Muslim minority.
Yeah. They say the evil a man does live after him, but the good is often tear with his boom. So let it be with Caesar. And what for Clipper? If for Clipper, my people tired of suffering. We need a change. Listen, you not need to tell me what's happy. I can see it in your eye. No something happy. You're not talking, but your heart talking. Telling me you're hungry, you're not getting nothing. You're bold, you can't afford. Some of your life more than dig hole and cover hole. Some of your lost you the civil war. Some of your breadwinners sitting home, government said no job. You're fed up with the hard living. Just to survive, some of your inner in the street baking. Because the people who's up to help you, who you're putting for, look at how they turn their back on you. They lie. They're not finished with the poverty reduction strategy. They lie to your division 2030. So empty. So can and give it. At the end, they defeat all of your impoverty. Calamity. I wish I was a millionaire. And someone there I know and Ryan, let me make it clear. Instead of Johnny politics, I will build horses.
What's up, Mattia? What's up?
And pay taxes.
Yeah, you can do this shit.
You can't see, you get mob, you can't talk, your folk can't even walk. Tell me, people hating you because you in the cap. They go, why you got no name in the cap? Tell you, no all in the community. What if I say it for those with disability? Then government say they reopen the school. You now see hungry people go to school. Instead of giving job to the jobless, hope to the hopeless, home to the homeless. They manipulate the system and make it worse. Now they come on make it even by the cup of rest. One man in more than 3 positions. The same thing they were against when they were opposition. You tell me what we leading to. So they think they got peace and justice, nothing for the poor. To be your money, they want you sell your soul. Either you cross the road or you bend down low. All I lie, I pray that my people rise. That one day God will show they get all of them cry. Wallah, when they we could eat it, you know. We could eat it, you know.
When I see my country blessed with all the natural resources, and yet instead I see my people living in abject poverty, then I question myself, where have we gone wrong?
Natural resources,
Just wish I had the power to share the national cake.
to live in abject poverty. Question myself, where have we gone wrong? Where have we gone wrong? Power to share the national cake. Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. To all of our amazing followers, my name is Morrison, Dassin Jr. This is the Humanitarian Conversation, a fascinating podcast that brings you all the happening related to human interest story. It is about time you tell somebody that Humanitarian Conversation is here to hear your stories and then black it out. Today is Tuesday, the 29th of July, 2025. And for today's edition, we're going to be joined by our guest from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization, a young Liberian who have been doing an amazing job when it comes to the disadvantaged youth in our country. So we're going to be joined by our guest today to discuss drugs and substance abuse and the ongoing and peaceful march protest that is taking place right now in Liberia. We're going to discuss on that on August 7th. On August 7th, the peaceful march protest that will be taking place in Liberia. We're also going to talk about that. So we're going to be joined by our guest today, Dprince. His name is Prince Poah from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization. The young men have been doing amazing work, going from ghettos to ghettos, and putting smile on the disadvantaged youth, encouraging them to leave the ghetto. And now these have been the major talking point right now in Liberia, where every parent's out there talking about drugs and substance abuse. So we're going to be joined by our guests soon. So stay tuned with us as we await our other panelists to join this conversation. So I'm going to play you 1 minute of music with our theme song, and then I'm going to be joined by our guests along with our other panelists to continue this conversation. If you just joined it, this is the Humanitarian Conversation, a fascinating podcast that brings you all the happening relating to human interest stories. Please like and share. Please like and share the Extended Hands Liberia Facebook page so that you can be able to follow the Humanitarian Conversation. You can also like and share my personal Facebook handle, Morrison Dassin Jr.
Get eye, you can't see. You get mob, you can't talk, your folk can't even walk. Tell me, people hating you because you hear the cap. They go, why you got the man in the cap?
Yeah. What's up, my dear brother Amadu? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the conversation, my dear brother.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, and just a bit tired. Just from the classroom, doing some computer training. Classroom teacher, bro. So just a
Yeah,
bit
thank you so
tired.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for everything you're doing out there. You always try your best to join the conversation right after leaving class. You have to make sure you be part of the conversation. I appreciate you for that. And history is watching you, my dear brother. Let's keep doing what we're able to do so that our voices can be here out there and people that need to listen to us so that they can find reason to listen to us and everything that we'll be saying. I appreciate you always for joining the conversation. Thank you so much, my dear brother. So today we'll be talking on a couple of things from back home in Liberia, and there's the training protest that is pending for August 7th, 2025 in Liberia, which is the drugs and substance abuse parents out there going out to call the government attention and how to eradicate drugs and substance abuse in our country. So we will be joined by one of our brother, a young Liberian who have been doing extremely well, reaching out to ghettos, talking to disadvantaged youth, making sure that they get treatment, and most of them have been abandoned. He always do work in that direction through his organization to make sure that these people go to rehabilitation center and some of them get some medical attention. So we'll be joined by our guest today. He's the CEO of the Prince Humanitarian Organization, and we'll also be throwing light on the pending protest for August 7, 2025.
Yes, it's great to be here again this evening, and thanks to our followers, everyone that stick with us. We are here today. I hope that you share this live broadcast. This is about Mama Liberia. This is my country. This is my conversations. And what we're going to be talking today is most around things that happen in our country. We have to be careful. I always say, I read on my social media pages, if you're not careful, the next generation will still be washed away by drugs very soon. Once we call a future leader, I don't think we are really ready to protect them if we allow just to take over us. Because here's an important program. The priests have been doing extremely well. What he's doing, many people have these passions to work for the sake of the country, for the sake of the people. But
Yeah.
then don't have to about the justice system. Prince already here.
Oh, my dear brother Prince. Prince, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the conversation, my dear brother. Welcome to the conversation.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, thank you for gathering me here today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, my dear brother. To all of our amazing followers in and out of Liberia, if you're just coming across the podcast, this is the Humanitarian Conversation, the fascinating podcast that brings you all the happening relating to human interest stories. Today, we have been joined by our own Liberian brother, a young man who have been so passionate about giving back to society. He have always put up his time and energy through his organization to go out to ghettos and talk to disadvantaged youth on the importance of making good choices for their lives. So today, stick tuned with us as we get our guest, Prince Paul from the Prince Humanitarian Organization, that will be telling us more about his work from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization and what are things that the Dprince Humanitarian Organization have on him for the pending August 7, 2025 protest. Welcome again once more, my dear brother Prince. Welcome to the conversation.
All right, all right. I say thanks to the Extended Hands Liberia for hosting me here today on our platform. Yeah, and that is a good thing to come together as Liberian to be united and have this kind of show. You understand? Because through this, we'll get more people informed concerning things that are happening in on the other hand, and also we will get people involved into things that we are doing so that we can make Liberia a better place and peaceful place for every one of us. So I'm a CEO of the Dprince Humanitarian Organization, and we are actually against the harmful effect of drug abuse in our country. That's why we are trying to promote a healthier and free drug-free society. So on the other hand, we also help those people that are battling serious illnesses. Yeah, we're about interviewing them and seeing how best we can post their stories on our platform and get compassionate and supporters out there in form of things that are happening back here so that they can be able to involve themselves into it and see if they can help those people out. Yeah.
All right,
So
thank you
yeah.
so much. Thank you so much, my dear brother. Thank you so much. So, not to waste much of your time, I think we're going to go straight into the conversation. But before going straight into the conversation, I would like to turn the mic over to my colleagues. Amadu, probably he have one or two things to say to you since he joined the conversation. So, Amadu.
Yeah, the Prince, welcome. It's great having you on this conversation. One
Yeah.
person following all of the work. You do an amazing job. God will continue to protect you. So people like you need protection to continue to do what you're doing. Brave men going into the streets with the ghetto. One person don't even hear the popular guys. The same thing I made to say 5 million interviews because I always find out fear. But then, or you see all the different perspectives, the ways that you want to help our country. So it's great having you here, and I hope we have a conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you so much, my dear brother Prince.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you try going in depth with work that you do for your organization and things that you guys have involved into.
Yeah.
But I would like to bring this question back to you
Okay.
for the benefit of our audience in and out of Liberia. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
can you please tell our audience the name of your organization and how long have you been running this organization?
All right. So the Prince Humanitarian Organization was founded some part of June the 10th, and we have been around for a year and maybe a month. Yeah, we have been around for a year and a month. And I mean, through our time of being around, we have actually contributed towards the society, right? Like we have helped those people that are battling serious illnesses, and also we have helped some of the disadvantaged youth that are around. Yeah, being around, we have been going around doing the awareness, carry on awareness for those people and know that are on the substance. And through that process and means, we were able to get some sponsors to help those people out and to the rehab. Yeah. But it's actually a good thing to get sponsor to help those people to the rehab. But then on the other hand, it's somehow challenging in a sense that when we get some of the sponsors out there to help those people, sometimes they will start because you yourself and I know that the rehabilitation in Liberia that they are set up is not owned by government, but then it's owned by private sectors. You understand? So the people make it a bit expensive that common men can't be able to get a hand to be able to afford. So when we get in contact with this with these sponsors, they will come in. Some of them will be able to help fully to be able to help those people. But then on the other hand too, we find some challenging point wherein when some sponsors come around to help, they will see the fund, they will accept the fund, accept to pay the money, the monthly bill. But then on the other hand, if they pay the first installment, because everything go by installment, you have to pay the first, the second, the third installment, and then until the time goes on, you know. So like they will pay the first installment for the
When you
rehab.
talk about, I
And
mean, can I hold you there, please? When you
yeah,
talk about
yes.
installment, what are you actually trying to say in terms
Uh,
of in terms of sponsoring or specific disadvantage you, like the individual or the sponsor that will see that identical story, that what you're talking about?
yeah. You know, I'm more looking like going to a school and then having the information sheet, looking at it after you register and after the registration process. And you know, after every semester, they will have to tell you to pay certain amount. You know, so for the rehab, they do have their their own fund that you have to look at carefully, accept, and then bring in the affected person. And you understand? So when you look at the funding, like for example, let's look at general power rehab, right? They do say that before you take someone there, according to the information sheet that they give around, they said I should have the 15,000 LD, yeah, 15,000 LD, and then you have to bring 3 bags of rice. You have to bring that 200 United States dollars for general power rehab, right? 200 United States dollars just for a single person, and then you have to bring a mattress, bucket, one thing or all, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, the list. I think the list go on just for individual, just for individual.
Just for a
So
single person, just for a
a
single
single person,
person.
yeah, a single person, right?
TB back up,
Okay,
right?
and then
TB back up, right? Prince, I want you to take your time. I want you to take your time for the sake of our audience. So probably
okay,
people watching this video,
mm-hmm,
having their relatives or their children in this kind of a art, like they want to take them to the rehab center. So I want you to take your time to elaborate on some of these things that you just saying. Take your time and tell us. You talk about three back of rice, and can you
okay,
take your time to just go through
okay.
the the information you're giving?
Okay, like I was saying, right? General power rehab.
Marky.
I will give a little bit of information concerning general power rehab and maybe one or two other rehabs that I do know about, right? Yes, just to let you know that to take individual to the rehab is actually a very costly one, actually costly. So like I was saying, maybe some people didn't get me right. Maybe I was somehow involved also, right? So for
Yeah.
general power rehab, yeah, to take a single person to general power rehab for first time taking a person there, we have to get 200 United States dollars, 15,000 LD. You have to get 3 bags of rice, and you have to get like 1 gallon of oil. You have to get one small mattress. You have to get uh one small mattress, and you have to get like bucket. Yes, and maybe towel for the person, like small intention. What I feel for just single person, and then after you have submitted that, they will accept the person, right? Every month you have to pay 15,000 LD and then carry 3 bags of rice with one tin of oil. And you understand? For every month. And then the person is going to spend the 6 months to 1 year. So looking at all of those expenses, sometimes the sponsor will come in and then help for the first month, maybe the second month. But then the third month there will be a lot of small break in. Maybe it's because of financial issue or family problem and what I feel. As time goes back, the responsibility come back to the organization. Yes.
Okay. So to all of our followers in and out of Liberia, uh, this is the Humanity Conversation, and we are present in studio with our guest Prince Poah from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization, and I believe this is sensitive information Prince is giving out because we all fighting to eradicate drugs from our country. So through this information Prince is giving, if you have in your family or your relative or your son that you've been thinking about taking to the rehab center so that they can get out of drugs addiction, I think it is about time that you stick tuned to this podcast so that you can get all of this information because Prince entire organization focus on this disadvantaged youth and drugs and substance abuse in Liberia. So we urge you all to stick to this conversation and get some necessary information from Prince that he will provide so that it can help you guys out there to take your children to the rehab center or if you're having a plan of taking your kids to the rehab center. So thank you so much, my dear brother, for just giving that first and narrative when it comes to taking individual to the rehab center. So before I come in with my next question, probably what you just said, my colleagues will want to say something to that. So Amadu,
Yeah, Dprince, thank you very much. I didn't know some of these things. I feel that people just creating organizations that want to create content online. Well, it's quite different. It's not just about the content. You want to change people. You want to make us be a better person to society. And I appreciate that. Now, I want to know some of these facilities, some of the rehab center, apart from you carry those things, what do they offer? What do they really offer?
Okay, for like I already started with general power rehab, right? When
Let's continue with that.
some of the people have been taking there, right? Like I already started with general power rehab, so let me continue with the rehab for now until maybe if we're having to shift to another one. Okay, so for general power rehab, they do trade there. They do trade. They do like carpentry, they do tailoring, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do petry, yeah, masonry and small trade. They do learn there. But the trade that is there, I don't think but for me, what I observe, I don't think all of those people that they can take to the rehab there can learn this trade. Yeah, I don't think so. Some of the people that we took there, they were opportune to learn some of those trades, but not everybody. Yeah, like two other girls that we took to the rehab, they are transformed now. They learn the catering from General Power Rehab. But for the catering aspect, they can't go really in depth, like focusing on you to be able to learn that particular thing, like something that you succeed from when you come outside. And they will just like do it a little bit for you to get a concept and just to do it for your own benefit, not for the public, like for you to do it for business. Yeah.
That's great. So, the trade is important in rehab in terms of the medications and other stuff. How it is like after when they go through some of them come by. What are some of the success stories? Some of these people here that left, that left from the rehab center and become a better person. Because some people will leave the rehab center and still go back. I is like,
Yeah. You see, we do have
nice.
more success stories. And you understand? Like over the year, we have taken like 20 individuals to the rehab to different centers, and then out of the 20 people, we were able to get 9 success stories. Yeah, we got testimony of 9 people, but 11
Great.
of whom have relapsed.
wow,
Yeah,
Hmm.
so we are actually working. Although we got relapse, but we're still working. And those people that relapse, we are still working on some of them gradually. But for the 9 individuals that are speaking of, and though they are better, they are doing well, and then they are living normal life. They are reintegrated into society, and then some of them are reunited with their family members, and they are living normal life.
They're accepted by the family already.
Yeah. So
Working good.
all right. So thank you so much, my brother Amadu. Prince,
yeah.
I'm one of your follower,
Mm-hmm.
and I appreciate all of the work that you're doing in Liberia because I myself been in the struggle advocating for women and girls, and I know some of these challenges that it come with, right?
Yeah.
So There are couples of videos that I come across from you in which is so touching that anyone watch this kind of a video, you see that that person will having a heart of giving with fan sorrow in our identical video that we come across. In which I want to play some of this video before you can just address this question I want to ask you. So,
Okay.
going forward, whether with the challenges facing in our country,
Mm-hmm.
coming up operating a non-profit organization, and
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, so
Yummy, yummy, mama.
you see this video. What
Yeah.
actually prompted your action of starting the Dprince Humanitarian organization and focusing on the disadvantaged youth, knowing fully well that there are a lot of there are a lot of challenges non-profit organization face in Liberia, and seeing the kind of a work that you do that come with a lot of risks that you going out, you interacting with people that other people will feel that they are not important in society. What actually prompted your action of starting the Dprince Humanitarian organization?
All right. Establishing the Dprince Humanitarian organization was actually not surprising to me because back in the days, I've been someone who like free-handed person. I've been helping people gradually, and I was actually planning of owning such organization that I will be able to help humanity, help to save life. And you understand? So it's something that I've been working in the background, and I decided to bring to spotlight. Yeah, I've been helping people a lot of times, and I mean, people can testify to it that back in the days like 2011, 12, until presently, I've been helping a lot of people. And although I didn't have the hand at time to establish organization
Messages.
like this,
She said you
but
will
then
never reap.
now that at least I get a little token that I can be able to help a lot of people out there, so I decided to establish this organization, which will be able to engage with other supporters to be able to improve the ideas of this platform and this NGO so that we can make it a better one. Yeah. So for this video that you just playing now, like for the Olile, we were able to generate the sum of 2,000 plus for this individual. Yes, we
Wow.
were able to generate the sum of 2,000 plus for her. Yeah, but for her own side of the story, uh, it's somehow twisting. So I'll go in depth a little bit. Mother
Thank you.
Rebecca, she's actually, you know, the kind of person from what I experienced. She's actually the kind of person that don't appreciate the effort of individuals or people that help her. Yeah. If you watch this video, Kine, the video that is just playing there, if you watch it, Kine, in the video, she recognized a girl that was helping her, right? Called Patient. And then the girl that she spoke of, I decided that the money should be going to the girl so that the girl will be able to give the money to her. But then she called me and then saying that the girl was eating the money. Which I go in the video, she said that this girl has been the person helping her through her difficult time. So she accused the girl falsely. She said a lot of things to the girl that got me, dissatisfied, and that make me to stop, publishing her video like that. Although her video is still on the platform, right? But it make me to feel hurt. So because of that, we are not really cool and like that. You know what I'm saying? But actually, she received help. Yeah.
So, what's the condition of a children? Since you talk about her receiving help from your organization, like the sum of 2,000 plus that you just mentioned, what about the present stage of a children, their condition?
All right. So Sally, I would say the one that is in the green in the short tricer that's sitting right at on foot. He's actually gone for good. He's there now. Yes. So I say sympathy to her. But then for the rest of the children, we were able to get sponsor to help the girl to the rehab. You understand? Yes. But then she don't want to give her the chance to be able to take control of these things, to be able to tell her what to do with the money that we generated. And you know what I'm saying? She saw the money and then maybe it was too much in your eyes. So she started to show shallow. So what we did, we just like let her be, because like money business, right? They can damage people's image. She even gave her 300 US, which we rejected. We said no. You can have the money because you got too many situations around you and know that you want to attend to. She was still forcing the money on us. Oh, the prince hold the money. I said, no, ma. I understand how it feel for a mother to be in a kind of situation and want to transform to another level. So this money, I will reject it. And those, my other colleagues, they were like, I said the money, the prince, we need money. And I mean, we are they're transporting ourselves, buying gas and other things. We need money. I said, I understand what I'm doing. This woman, the attitude that she is exhibiting, she kind of money conscious. So let the money be. So we rejected the money. And few time after was we on listening to her and she said that, oh, the girl that you post directed the money to, she's eating my money and what have you. I said, you see some of the things I was saying. So that is it for our small story. That's it for our story. Yeah.
Okay, so on this Omar story that you just talked about, it's something came to my mind that I want to ask you this. So the essence of the Prince organization, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you there, Prince?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm here.
What's the main essence of the Prince organization or the scope of operation for the Prince organization? You guys are just there serving as a middleman. That when you see stories, you talk about it, and then the individuals receive the funds that will be sent to you guys, or what? Or you guys are there to make sure the stories you guys are pushing, so that that identical individual can get the necessary attention or the medication or the treatment that they deserve. What's your scope of operation? Because from what you just said on this woman, that prompted me to ask you this question.
Okay, that's a very good question, right? You see, we as organization, we give the sponsor their own will. You understand? Their own will. We will give it to you, right? We'll let you know what we are into. Like, okay, people donate to this organization so that we can be able to help people out here, like the disadvantaged you and some people that are battling serious illnesses. And you understand? And then some of the sponsor will be like, we want to send the money to the individual because back then a lot of people damage the image of this country. And you understand? Yeah. So many of the sponsors actually like to send some of the money to the client. Although many at times, I say like many at times, people pass through and all those people that pass through they were able to get the necessary help. And you understand? They were able to get necessary help that majority of the success story that we get, the people pass through the organization. And you understand? But then on the other hand, some people can send the money directly to the client because we can like attach the person number there so that in case you want to reach out to the person, you can do it direct. And you understand? So we have like we do it like free something that you as a sponsor can feel free in spending your money. It shouldn't only be like directed to the organization wherein you be feeling somehow and other things. Yeah, so we give you the privilege as sponsor to decide as to whether you want to send your money to the individual or you want to pass through the organization that will find means that this person get the necessary needs and BQ. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for that clarity. Before I come in with my next question, I would like to welcome our colleague, who is the host of the Humanity Conversation, Aloysius S.J. Jr.,
Okay.
who works with Care Communication in Liberia. So, Aloysius, welcome to the conversation. We have our guest from the Dprince organization. Welcome to the conversation, Aloysius.
Thank you, Morrison, and to all of our viewers and listeners, I'd like to say good afternoon to you from our end here in Liberia. And it's good to be on a platform this afternoon, a platform that gives us the leverage to talk about things happening with humanity. And I also like to say thanks to Amadu for always holding on, and to our guest, thanks for joining us this afternoon. And it's my hope that we'll have a fruitful and positive discussion as we all gear towards promoting humanity in Liberia. So, thanks for having me on the show, Morrison.
All right, thank you so much, my dear brother. Aloysius S.J. Jr. is the host of the Humanity Conversation, but due to some workload, I have to process for him until he can join this conversation. So if you just following this is the Humanity Conversation, the fascinating podcast that brings you all the happenings relating to human interest story. Today we have been joined by our guest, a young Liberian who have been doing huge work when it comes to giving back to society to the disadvantaged youth, the Dprince Humanitarian Organization. So Aloysius, you just joining the conversation, and all of our discussion right now and questions will be placed to our guests have been centered around drugs and substance abuse. So our guest is from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization who focus on the disadvantaged youth and seeing how best they can try to get them off the street, make them to go for rehabilitation. Some of them get treatment that they deserve. So this is what our guest organization focus point is on right now. And we will also dive into the June 7 peaceful march protest in which our guest is also part of in which he served as one of the lead campaigner for that identical protest. So I just want to let you know on our discussion for today. So, Prince,
Yeah.
I listened to you talking about you guys have a lot of beneficiary, the people that benefited from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization. Do you care to tell our followers or Liberian people how many individuals, how many persons have benefited from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization?
Okay. So from those people that are on the substance, meaning the disadvantaged youth, commonly known as Zocos, like I previously stated, through the past year, we have taken like 20 people to the rehabs, to different centers. And out of the 20, we got 9 testimony, which we are proud of and we are happy to have them. And then we got 11 of whom has relapsed. Yeah. So
All right,
that is
so
the
I'll be asked. Uh-huh.
yeah, so that is
Yeah,
for
come in.
those people that are on the substance. But then for those people that are battling seriously, because the reason why we decided to attach, those people that are that are battling serious illnesses is because we observe that some people they can get like small illness, and because of that, no finance to go to hospital and what have you. So we can support help these people then too, you know. Yeah, and majority of them have succeed from this platform. Majority of those who are on illness, they have succeed from the platform. Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much. We're coming with my next question, and then I will turn the mic over to Alosha or Amadu to ask you something from their end.
Mhm.
We all know we are all young people that have been involved into advocating for the underprivileged people. So we know some of the challenges that it comes with. Maintaining a non-profit organization in Liberia is so challenging.
Mhm.
Where are you getting funding from?
Okay. For now, we are actually opening up to anyone, sponsors, donors out there, to be able to help this platform and organization grow to that high esteem. Because as it takes now, it's actually a better thing to say that we don't have a specific sponsor now, like this sponsor is the one sponsoring the Prince Humanitarian Organization, or we got like 10 or 15 sponsors. People, some of the sponsors that we get, they just like one time sponsor, and like they come in to help one time, and they got permanently sponsor for the organization. Yes. But then on the other hand, too, through the help of one of Lily, I keep her name private. She's the only person I would say that helping this platform, and saying in terms of finance and what I feel, because at the end of the month, I have to accommodate my men and I give them little token where they can be able to do one or two things for transportation and what I feel. And so she in the process of helping a little bit, because it's not an easy thing to manage an organization like this. You need transportation to go on the field, you need feeding, you need gas. I mean, it's too hectic for us. And sometimes some of the clients that we take to the rehab, the bills have to rely on the organization. And for me, I'm just a person that working for little amount, and and the little funding that I earn from my job side, that what I can use to be able to cover some of these bills.
All
Yeah.
right. So thank you so much. Alosha and Amadu, I turn the mic over to you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Dprince, and let me say thank you for all of the many jobs that you've been doing. I have few questions. I'll ask them one after the other, so our listeners or our viewers can also have a clear understanding. With the limited resources, how do you go about in reaching out? Is it like you'll be like this month we'll reach out to 5 persons? Are there set amount, like, you know on a schedule? The question is there set amount prior to you going out? So, like, okay, in this month our target is 5 persons. How's the selection process done? How is it done? Where you select to go at the location? How do you come with all of that?
All right. So you see, for the feeding of the disadvantaged youth, because normally we go there every month, like 2 or 3 times, to be able to, show love to the disadvantaged youth out there. So it's actually scheduled and planned. And you know what I'm saying? It's actually a to-do list that, okay, this month we will target this location to be able to go and show love to the disadvantaged youth. And then at the end of the day, I will start to work to see if I can be able to get, to that point, and try to convince other people out there to be able to see if they can be able to contribute towards that also. And you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, we'll find out that it will be done successfully. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if there's any
There,
clarification,
there are there are No, no, that's it. That's good. There are other organizations that are also involved with similar thing. I think Coffee with Jojo. I don't know a group name and the rest of them. Have you been able to engage some of them with a form of partnership? Since in fact you guys are working with the same goal, working with the same plan to rescue the underprivileged and disadvantaged youths.
yeah, Coffee Jojo is actually a good woman, and she's that woman with that kind of strong energy and what I feel, you understand? Yeah, I'm actually proud of her when it comes to helping humanity. Because even yesterday, we both were together trying to see how the August 7th peaceful march at the Capitol building can be a successful one. And you understand? So we are cool, and we are trying to do the same, something. But then with the aspect of the disadvantaged youth taken to the rehab, and what I haven't taken anyone to a rehab before. And you know what I'm saying? Uh yeah, I haven't taken anyone to a rehab before. Because you have to know your budget before you go target certain area. Yeah. But actually she's a good person. Yeah. But I've been collaborating with other rehabs and what I feel. Good. Yeah,
Wants to come in, but quickly, just one more from my end.
yeah.
Um, how long do you intend to go on with this approach? Because this is your lynch now,
Mm-hmm.
helping underprivileged.
Mm-hmm.
What happens after the rehab? What do you do with them? What next for them from your group? Do you still look
All
after
right.
them? Do you try to farm maybe other skill program for them? Do you try to enable them, to be on their own, to be independent, or how is it like?
All right. So for those people that transform and then taking from the rehab, we reunite them with their family. And you understand? We reunite them with their family. And then for some of them that maybe their family members are not around, what we do is that we try to find them an area to stay, like to rent a area for them. Yeah, we have the 3 person now that we're renting place for, and then that are going to school and what I feel going to trade school. Yeah, and this month we got like 3 individuals that we are planning of, sending to school also that just came from the to shadow that rehab. Yeah, we say bigger respect to him. So we took 3 people there, they got time, and then they are successfully graduated from his rehab. So we are trying to generate small funding to see if we can be able to send the 3 of them to school. Yeah, but then I would say this, right? You see, the aspect of transformation is actually a hectic one. To change one individual Not small thing. Person got responsibility, more especially for this story that I'm going to explain to you. There's a girl that we took to the rehab from the street, right? According to her, her mother doesn't care about she and her brother because they are two. Yeah, according to her. So she's like 16 years, teenager, and then we found her in the street. So the organization did necessary to be able to help this girl. Yeah, and then we sit around, see how best we can be able to help support this little girl because she's a future leader, and then she's a teenager, and then she's a female as well. So we decided to help this girl. But then we try to generate small money, send her to the rehab. That was send her to the rehab, right? Because it's not too costly. Yeah, it's not costly. So we took her to the rehab. She came out well. She graduated. But then trying to get in contact with her family members now, we can see nobody to, a video of this girl saying, "Oh yeah, this is my daughter." The mother where she was living, according to people, they said Johnsonville. We went Johnsonville. This girl, she can't see no one there to say, "Oh, that her mother." The post said that her mother is somewhere in the coal mine. Other thing, they try getting in contact with her. She said she doesn't care if the girl like it, she should kill herself and this and that. She tired with the girl and what I feel. And this girl is actually a changed person and she's living well. So what we will do now, we just find a place, we rent it. It was a 15 hours room. We rented that area for her and she's there living her life right besides our office there. So we checking on her, small, and she's too healthy. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I mean, I'm so proud that she's not going back to the ghetto. She's not doing anything, but she's living a normal life. We do feed her every day. Yeah, every day we feed her, and we're planning of sending her to a trade school where she can be able to learn something to be able to extend her life and make it a better one. Yeah.
All right. Amadu, you have anything to
Well,
say?
definitely a lot of questions. Thank you very much for your work. I appreciate it again. So for me, I'm one person that interested in the story they gave you. When you go to the ghettos, you go to the
Yeah.
streets, people lying on the street sleeping. What are some of these stories they gave you, the reason of them being there? Because there are some of our followers following this platform. You know, life is not something that is certain. Anything can change, right? There are some people might want to go to that street and like this is the story of this person. I think this story is not story unique to
Want
him.
to come in,
Um, but if the story, that story, some of our followers want to listen to this story. That's some of the story they gave you the reason of them being. I would want to know some of them.
All right. So for those people that you see in unfinished building, in the ghettos, in the cemetery, on the street, every one of them they are from home. Every one of them they are from home. Some of them are from a very better home. But then majority of them has been led by peer pressure from the past awareness that have been carrying on. Majority of our brothers and sisters has been led by peer pressure. And some of them were led to the ghettos or were addicted because of, you know, like self-interest. Some of them decide to do it. Say, let me get a taste. Let me get a taste. So getting the taste now, and then they got addicted. But then on the other hand too, we got some of our brothers and sisters on the street there that their parents were too harsh on them. Yeah. And I would like to pass this message to all parents out there. Not everything that you will do, not everything the child will do to you that you will penalize them. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to just counsel them and lead in the right way, tell them what is wrong and what is right. And you know what I'm saying? But some parents, they will let to come down too harsh on you to the extent that it will scare you to go out, or it will scare you to for yourself in the house. And I met a little girl that told me, my mother, she always loved to beat on me. Even if I do things that I didn't mean to do, she will always beat on me. And some of the things that we can do as children, not everything like we know. So growing up, you should expect fault from me as a child. And you understand? And that's why from human being, everybody may fall a lot of times, right? So she explained to me this. When that my mother was too harsh on me, it was a day that I did something to her. She sent me in the market, and then I lost the money. So she said that the money I gave her to a boyfriend. Because of that, she said I shouldn't step to her house. And not stepping to her house, I met a friend that used to give me one or two, and they were taking me as her friend and sister. But then every night I used to see the girl going out and leave me at the house. So she came out one day and then told me that you can't be sitting here and then I be going out there bringing food for two of us and then feeding you. You are a grown up woman. And myself, I'm struggling to see how bad I can succeed tomorrow. So this night you gotta follow me. And you understand? So she had no option. She had no option but to follow this girl. When she followed the girl now, what happened? She observed that this girl was a prostitute. And you understand? So they two started taking something like opinion. They started with opinion according to her to make themselves brave to do things with some people out there. And at times go back, they graduated from opinion. They start to go to the cocoa, the star, and they are arrived at the stage of the coach that making them to be dripping now, which is a zombie job. And you understand? So these are some of the stories that people give me out there that encourage them or that led them to the ghettos and cemeteries out there. Yeah.
It is very sad, like you said, our parents and all that stuff. Yeah, thank you. I think we're good. I'm okay now.
Okay, so Prince, you talk about Senator Abraham Darrell rehabilitation home. Uh,
Yeah.
at first, you did some breakdown on the other rehabilitation center
Mm-hmm.
that you talk about. So I would like to know for our audience out there to
Mm-hmm.
know. Can you do a breakdown like you did for the other rehabilitation center for Abraham that for the senator because you said the senator rehabilitation center is more reasonable. So probably
Yeah.
other parents watching this video will find reason to take their children there.
Okay. For me, I will encourage people to take their children to to Senator Dallas Dillon rehab, right? Because for him, he's like free. Let's say, yeah. Because like how much you pay? We pay $86 for individual. And you understand? $86 US. Which of course the
Okay.
other places we've been paying like that amount that I explained to you, right? But for
Mm.
his own organization,
Mr.
we
Franks.
pay $86. Yeah, $86. Once you pay the $86, the only thing that you are entitled to, if at all, for us, they were reaching out to us when our patient then or our people then not feeling well, and they will reach out to us, and then we do one or two things around as collaborative people, and then be able to get that person active again. You know what I'm saying? So that is the only thing that we observe from him. So it's actually good. So if you want to take your child or children to any rehab, maybe you don't have enough money, you can just contact the rehab, rehab, and then just make sure you get maybe the $100 on you for one or two, maybe small transportation and what I feel. Yeah. And then you
All
have
right.
your person accepted at the place there.
All right. Thank you. My next question is with your focus on drugs and substance abuse,
Mm-hmm.
which is the focus point right now in Liberia, right?
Yes.
Have you
Yeah.
been able to meet with other stakeholders in Liberia to discuss or find solution through your organization to minimize or eradicate drugs and substance abuse in our country?
Okay. So we are trying to see that this come to pass, right? We do have our organization official opening ceremony coming the 10th of December. You understand? We'll be doing official launching of the Dprince Humanitarian organization at the SKD Sports Complex, where we will be reading our proposal out there to compassionately and support us out there to see how best we can generate funding to be able to build our rehab that we can make to be free so that more people can be reintegrated into society. So we are reaching out to people gradually to invite them about this unique occasion. Yeah.
All right. So again, what is your plan for the disadvantaged youth in Liberia in the next 5 years to come?
Okay. So for the disadvantaged youth, my own plan is to see that the free flow of drugs stop. Yes. My own plan is to see that the free flow of drugs stop. Because if we don't have the drugs coming into our country, those people that are addicted to it will not see it. And you understand? They will not see it. So once you are addicted to this and you are not seeing it, you will definitely not take it. So if the government of Liberia can help us as citizens to see how best it can stop the free flow of drugs in our country so that our children can come up well, that would be a very good thing for us. Yes, because from the past time I observed on the internet, some people that are within the sectors that will keep private, some people that are within the government sectors are involved into these things. And you understand? Yes, they have appetite for it. Like they like to see their children coming all the wrong way in the ghettos, on the street, stealing, armed robbing, and other things. And you understand? So we will actually appeal to the government. That's why we are starting now, like doing awareness, so that other people can join the process. That the free flow of drugs should stop in Liberia. The thing is so common to the extent that anybody can just go at the back of their house and buy it. Like, can you imagine one community get over 10 ghettos? You think it's normal? It's not normal. Meaning that the DA, the government, they are not really working towards that. Because if you can get one community, like get over 4 or 5 or 10 ghettos, I mean, it's not normal for, it's not correct. It's not proper for our children that are coming up. Once you are coming up as a child, I mean, you are novice to so many things. So maybe your friend can lead you to these things. And now people are really giving the things in a type of way. Like some people putting in food, in soup, that is somehow free that anybody can be addicted once you are novice to this. Yeah.
All right. So thank you.
So the
Thank
prince,
you.
right? Morrison, let me just come in a bit. Let me just come in a bit. The prince, like you said, like I got something for your statement. Like some of them insistent, right? Just want to see people down. Like one of the regions, someone said the greater is system, just to see one down, right? And that system as much because when the future leader continue to be on drugs, will
Mm-hmm.
not think well.
Mm-hmm.
You should make you will not be well. So that makes you
Yeah.
but my question here is how? What is the burden? What is the story they gave you? How the trust comes through? How the free flow of trust comes through? Because I just want to give you some of the
Okay.
story. Because
Okay.
yeah,
So you see, the addicted people, those disadvantaged youth, will not really tell you how the drugs is freely flow into Liberia. And you understand? Even the dealers, they might not even tell you how it's freely flow in Liberia. But then
imagine
the
who
dealers,
shot it.
eh? Yeah,
The deal
the
of the home
dealers,
they shot it.
what? Yeah, the dealer, what I would say, the dealers, what happens is that they purchase it from somebody too. You understand?
Okay.
So the whole drug thing is almost like a cycle. Yeah, it started from another country, it passed through the seaport, or maybe somehow, I don't know, some way, maybe the airport, for which I'm not sure, but maybe by seaport or maybe the road, and you understand, and then it come into this country. So what happened to the very borders? What happened to the very borders? What really the DEA doing there? And you understand? Because if you say you got DEA to every borders and every entrances, right? Then what happened? How really the drugs coming into Liberia? So meaning that there is some way, somehow, the connection is linked with those dealers that are bringing in the drug in Liberia. And you understand? Because if you assign to this entrance, and then they say like they shouldn't pass here will close on. Definitely, if you want to do your job well, you you manage that. I shouldn't pass here will close on as many given to you. But then that I don't know is because majority of them are paid low salary or what. But I'm actually feeling bad about this kind of substance in our country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get some key point from you. The question: what happened to the LDA station to Vera border point? What happened? What are the cause? How are they managing for drugs to enter our country? There is a sensitive question out there
Yeah.
to our Liberian people, most especially our government. So, Alosha, I will turn the mic over to you. Probably you have one or two things to say again.
Yes. So I've been quiet, listening, and enjoying the conversation with the real questions coming up and the accurate answers being given by the prince. But I'll start first with you talk about you'll be launching in December with an aim because I was just about to ask you that question. Since in fact this is your calling, that's your calling where you are getting people off the street and taking them to various rehab, whether you
Hmm.
have plans of building yours. Now you already brought that up to the public.
Yeah.
What are other things you're also thinking about? Because at the rehab, there are other things. Since in fact the focus
Probably we facing network problem for Alosha and
minds,
so okay, he's
it
back.
should be
Okay,
changing
back.
their minds. So what are
Yeah.
other things you are looking at? Am I still there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah,
you.
come back, come again.
Okay. So what are other things? What are other things you are looking at that you can add up? Is it will be more like addition of school also to help them in the process? Because some of them they drop out of high school and then before getting onto the street. So these are things. I mean, are you also looking in that direction in the future? I mean, in the future.
All right. So for the rehab that we actually want to establish or want to construct, right? We want to build this rehab in a point where if you as a addicted person come out of that rehab, you should be able to stand as individual. You should be able to stand on your own to be able to do things for yourself. And you understand? So for our own rehab or for the organization rehab, we want to have a school there, trade school, grade school within a rehab. And you understand that, and we want to have qualified teachers within our rehab that will be teaching the people who will come there. And we also want to have 3 nurses and doctors within a rehab that even if you're having to get any sickness, maybe someone has sickness that can be cured there now, to that rehab, we should be able to help you to solve that problem. And you understand? And we'll get a lot of things within the rehab that the list just go on. Yeah, that when you come out of that rehab, you be able to stand by yourself to be able to do things normal as normal person can do. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, my brother.
My yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother Prince, and thanks to my colleagues in studio. It's 3 minutes after 1 p.m. on my end, and I believe it's 3 minutes after 4 p.m. in Liberia. So we like for me to ask my final question to you as the CEO of
5 p.m.,
Dprince.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Pardon me, 5 p.m. in Liberia, 5 p.m. in Liberia, pardon me. So I would like to ask you this question, and then we move to the next discussion, which will be centered around the August 7 peaceful protest that is pending in Liberia, which is the most talked about right now in Liberia. So, but before coming in with that question and taking another questions from my colleagues before jumping onto that, I would like to come in with this short commercial and intro for our dearest brother who based in Minnesota, a Liberians that doing extremely well, trying to connect other Liberians through his his shipping and company, which is called the. Let me just play the video.
Hey,
Okay,
Minnesota and adjacent states. This is LIB
okay,
Ship Express today out
okay. So
making our
this is LRB ship. This is if it's looking on the screen. I don't know why keeping it. Pardon me. Just hold up a bit.
And we are seeing LRB straight already.
Yeah, so I just want to bring it. Okay, this is Express, LRB Ship Express. LRB Ship Express is owned by a Liberian in Minnesota. He's trying to connect and other Liberians in and out of Liberia to make their goods and materials to reach safely in Liberia. So if you are in the US and you're looking for a shipping company to ship your goods or your personal belongings back in Liberia, you can contact the Arabic Ship Enterprise, Arabic Ship Parliament, Arabic Ship Express. You can contact them for a reliable and a trustworthy shipment to Liberia. And if you are in Liberia and you want to get your goods from the US, you can also contact the Arabic Ship Express so that they can ship your goods to you and with no issue or with no problem. They are reliable, they are trustworthy. You can contact them. And I will just play this short video so they can hear from the CEO before we can go to our guests again.
Barrels and boxes for onward shipment to Liberia. So you can be like this customer and contact us so that we can pick up your items and ship it back home to your family and friends back in Liberia for very affordable rates. Our rates are so competitive that you can beat it. Our services are so seamless. We ship in time. We are very, very reliable. We are very affordable. You can trust that. You can beat our rates. So be like this customer. Contact us. We'll.
So this is the CEO for Arabic Ship Express. His name is Wema Outland. You can contact the Arabic Ship Express to get your goods and materials back in Liberia. Or if you want to buy things in the US, you can also contact the Arabic Ship Express to get all of your goods and services back to Liberia. So that's it. It is our own Liberian business. We are here to promote one another. So if you looking to ship your goods or services, you can contact the Arabic Ship Express for a reliable and trustworthy shipping. So thank you so much. Amanda, we are back again. We hope to get our guests back on the conversation, and I think Aloysius is facing some difficulty. So Amadu, yeah, the discussion have been fascinating today with our guests, and I believe people in and out of Liberia have listened to some of these things that he narrated. So probably other parents out there have been lost and they don't know the way forward to get their children to the rehabilitation center. And I believe through our guests and through this platform, they will be able to know some of these things and how to handle it when it comes to taking the children to the rehabilitation center. So thank you so much again, our dear brother, CEO of Dprince Humanitarian Organization, for joining the conversation. So, bro, there is a pending peaceful march in Liberia on August 7th, 2025. And I believe you are one of the organizers for this identical peaceful march protest. So, do you care to tell our public, or do you care to tell our audience, pardon me, our followers, the preparation for the August 7th, 2025 peaceful march?
Okay. So firstly, I would like to encourage every Liberian out there to please, I'm on my knees for them, to please join this peaceful march, August 7th, 2025. Because it's through this march that the government will know that the citizens of Liberia are tired. The voice of the voiceless will be heard that day. You understand? So every Liberians out there, our mothers and fathers, the brothers and sisters, everyone should come out, because this march is actually not one person team. It's not a party team. Not for CDC, not for UP, not for ALP or what you call it. It's about everybody business. So actually, this march is set up so that we Liberians can come out and see how best we can be able to appeal to the government so that they can be able to help reduce the free flow of drugs in our country. So that is the mission of the march. And in that process, we'll present our petition. Yeah.
Okay, so Amadu, you have any other question? You have any question for the August 7th, 2025 peaceful march to our
Yeah,
guests?
definitely. Yes, yes, certainly. I'm so glad today we have one of the organizers. One of my worry has been how we're going to go about doing this, especially when it is not political, because politicians have to bring more
You
people
see, I'm not
for
getting.
the protest.
Amadu,
And
please be
I'm
audible.
grateful to follow.
I'm not getting, sir.
I'm sorry for that. Hello, are you getting me now?
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting you clearly.
Sorry, I'm in the office, so I'm going to have to take my time to answer.
Yeah, no problem.
So I'm saying I'm so glad to find one of the organizers of this protest. I've been thinking of how this protest is going to be led. So I'm grateful to the Prince here. Because one, these protests are not organized by politicians. You don't find these numbers pulling out. But this protest is about you, the politicians' children, you, the non-politician children, you, the business people children. The Prince,
Yeah.
how you're going about giving the message to the people, how you're mobilizing people, how you people are working in mobilizing people to come
All right.
to this peaceful march.
All right. Thank you for your beautiful question. So, in our own corner, we are pushing out awareness program out there through social media platform and community engagement, and to see to it that this protest or this march, rather, sorry, this march be a successful one. So we got people in the various communities as community heads, and you understand, like Tupelo, make somebody hear there that will be carrying on, awareness, and what I feel, encouraging people to join us that day. We got people Douala, we got people in Grand Judah, people in different counties that doing this awareness so that other people can be able to come out that day to be able to join this peaceful march. It's not something like party thing, like I said. But then this time around, if you can come out for your party, be able to come out for your future leader tomorrow. Because the future leader of the
Absolutely.
country, they are in the ghetto. The woman that somebody saw to marry in her ghetto. The child that promised.
In the street, big
We
kid.
lost our guest. Okay, he's back.
Sorry for the bringing. I'm back.
Yeah, you can continue.
So like I say, the child that promised a parent yesterday that tomorrow you want to become that ambassador, that president, that doctor, that child is in the ghetto, and he only need a helping hand to be able to come out and continue his journey. So we encouraging everyone again to be able to come out. That child may not be a child, but he is a Liberian. She is an Liberian. She is a Liberian. Right? So everybody, please come out that day so that we can be able to see to it that this march be a peaceful and successful one. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, my dear brother Prince. Amadu, you still coming in?
No, you can continue. You can continue.
All right, so when you talking about the August 7, 2025 peaceful march. What's the momentum like out there, my dear brother? Are people responding? Are parents gearing up to get prepared for the August 7 peaceful march? Are parents out there prepared? What's the
Brother,
momentum out there? Yeah.
that march, if you can see far above what I'm seeing, it will not be easy thing. That day,
Okay.
don't make me say you're going to work.
Okay.
As about we are in
That's good.
Liberia now. Don't
Yeah,
make
yeah.
mistake to say
I
you're going to work.
understand.
In a good way. Don't make mistake to say you're going to work. Reason why I say so is this. Your car will not get space to pass. So how will you arrive?
I know.
And you understand?
The
Liberians
legacy
are
of
really
you
tired.
people that engage this.
Of course, the crowd that we are seeing from far above that will come that day. People from very countries, people from all communities, marketeers will close that day to be able to come out and speak on behalf of Liberia, to be able to speak on behalf of the substance that is bothering our children. So that day, It's an historical day for Liberia.
All right,
Yeah.
we thank you so much. We know for sure we the Liberians when it comes to pushing something, we say fire, we could just push things like 1 week, 2 week, and all of a sudden it just died down, right?
Yeah.
So seeing the momentum and the inspiration right now in and out of Liberia on social media, everywhere you go, you'll see the August 7 peaceful march, August 7 peaceful march. So what is so in of this identical peaceful march right after the ensemble of every parents out there going out on August 7, 2025 to call the attention of the government. Uh, are you guys just going as an organizer? Because you're part of the organizing team as an organizer. Are you guys just going out there to read this petition? After reading this petition, get back home and then just sit and observe the government without doing anything? Why is the sole purpose of this identical August 7 peaceful march? And
Okay.
why you guys think to benefit from this August 7 peaceful march?
Okay. Now, after this match, you see, I will say this, right? If something is going wrong in the country and everyone sit on it, it will never be solved. But if you see into it that people coming out to be able to tell the government what's bothering them, to be able to explain to the government what's destroying their children, you should know that we are tired of it. So we yet to achieve or accept that after this march, the government should be able to stop the free flow of drugs in Liberia. Should be, even if the drugs cannot be in there with completed, right? But then let it be reduced. It shouldn't be like when I go behind my house, I must see people selling drugs. I go buy water, people should be selling drugs. When I go on party, they should put in the soup. And you understand? It's so common to everybody that anybody can buy it anywhere. And then there are laws. Yeah, there are laws that are governing this drug abuse or something, right? That if you abuse a drug or if they catch you with drug, selling drug, you should be penalized. The least year you should go to jail for should be 7 years. 7 years should be the least. So what become of the laws? So we are actually going to the government to appeal to them, to let them know that there were laws passed by them. So those laws shouldn't be forgetting. Let us go back to the law and observe the law and implement the laws on those people that are violating the laws. Yes. So that is what we hope of achieving.
All right, thank you. Alosha, are you there? Alosha.
And I think there's one problem we already have in Liberia with this issue of drugs.
Yeah. Sorry, you were
The
breaking.
sellers, they are residing in various communities.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the
Sorry.
sellers or dealers residing in communities. Am I
You
still
say?
there?
Yeah. You are getting you now.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, Phil, you can go ahead.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Yes, Phil.
I'm getting you.
Okay.
Oh,
So the question is, all the drug dealers they are residing in various communities. Are you also working with community leadership for a peaceful march to ensure that they will stop hiding out? Because if the community also stand against this, they will.
uh, so I think you got a portion of what you were about to say, right, Prince? So you can just address that.
Yeah. Okay. So the community itself, although they could say will stand up against people selling within they kind of sustain within our community, but then they need backup from the government. They need backup from the government. You can't stand as community without getting backup from the government, because if push come to shove, what happens if the people become to retaliate? it began big fight. You understand? So we first then going to the government to let them know what happened in our community, in our society, in our country, and see that reaction. If the government don't come out to say, oh, we will do good thing now, then we got another step to take. You understand? But then, if you find out that someone selling drug in your community, the DA are the one that are responsible for that, right? So they should be able to put into more work to see how best they can reduce the ghettos, to see how best they can get rid of all of the ghettos in Liberia. So the DA are the one that really, not putting towards the stop of people selling drugs in the ghettos. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, my brother. It is 1 minute. It is 20 minutes after one, and I believe it's 20 minutes after
If
five.
Morrison, if you are Zoom,
You see? You get it?
Aloysius, you're saying something. Are you getting me, Aloysius?
I said if you
We still facing some bad network issue from Aloysius, and
yes, I'm
so
getting you now. I was asking if you were Zoom, person are you talking about that will be a part of this match? How many persons? Because I've been seeing awareness from mothers, from even journalists of mine, sharing.
so the question is asking is how many persons are you anticipating for this peaceful march?
Over 2 million.
Over 2 million people for the August 7th peaceful march in Liberia. Wow, that's a huge number.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 122 on my end, and I believe it's 522 in Liberia.
And
So
one more thing,
Alonso, I think you have to go and come back because your network is bad. Yeah, like I'm saying, it's 122 from my end, and I believe it's 522 in Liberia. So we have roughly about 8 more minutes to draw the curtain for today's edition. So, my dear brother, I appreciate you for this fascinating conversation that we have today. Uh, we're about to draw the curtain for today's edition, and we will hope to always have you on this platform so that people in and out of Liberia can listen to some of these things that you just said. Because there are a lot of people out there, a lot of parents out there who are novice to these things that you just said on this platform when it comes to taking the children to rehabilitation centers. So I think we will always welcome you to come on this platform to share some of your work and some of the knowledge out there to parents because your working is focused on manage drugs and substance abuse and how to eradicate drugs in our country. So that's the reason you move out to ghettos, you move out to to the street to talk to the disadvantaged youth to tell them that hey, it's about time you put yourself together with all of the risks involved. You always try your best to do these things. So I'd appreciate you for leaving your busy schedule today to join the humanity conversation and throw light on some of these things that we talk about. And we will try to let go of you. But before leaving you, I would like to ask you one more question, and then we'll just get 1 minute response from you, and then we'll let you go for today. So the question here is you as a young man, most especially based in Liberia and with the kind of challenges that back home. You're serving as a CEO for this great organization, the Dprince Humanitarian organization. What have been your challenges as a CEO of the Dprince Humanitarian organization?
All right. So we have actually been facing a lot of challenges out there when it comes to taking some of these people to the rehab. Yes. So, for those people that are on the substance, they hardly take back. And you know what I'm saying? They hardly do normal things that human being. Yeah, and some of them when we get in contact with them, right? They can actually be like they can be feeling well. So we have to take them to hospital before carrying them to the rehab. But then in the process of taking it to the hospital, that where we found one of the difficulty. Yeah, because nobody want to accept them to get on their back. Nobody want to accept them to get in a keke. Nobody want to accept them to get on a car. So, I mean, we'll be patiently doing it, and then we'll have to overpay somebody to be able to help out in the process. And even if they go to the hospital, some nurses don't want to touch them. And you know what I'm saying? So that is just one aspect of the difficulty that we accept. Now, another thing could be taking people to the rehab is a good thing, but then on the other hand, if you are taking someone to the rehab, you should be strong financially. Yes, and the Dprince Humanitarian organization has actually been helping in the process because some sponsors out there, if they help in the process to start the process of taking the person to the rehab, maybe to sponsor them to the rehab, someone again continue. At the end of the day, the bills rely on us. You have to attend to these bills. And that difficulty could be uh, giving staff allowance, like paying staff, and you understand, transportation. What I feel that has been one of my biggest challenges. If the month come to an end, you gotta be standing strong. Yeah, although it's not much, but at least to be able to help those people to come to work and other things, find something to be doing out of small. But then when the month is coming to an end, it's not easy thing. You gotta be worried a little bit.
Yeah, so we all know it is so challenging
Mm-hmm.
out there when you having a passion and you don't have the resources to back your passion, so it's somehow difficult out there. So thank you so much. Okay, for the benefit of our audience, what would be your recommendation out there to the Liberian government or to every well-meaning Liberian in and out of Liberia? What would be your recommendation when it comes to the disadvantaged youth and when it comes to the August 7th, 2025 peaceful march?
Okay, so my my recommendation would be to the government, right? Let the government please help us eradicate the substance that are barring our society. We want to have a drug-free society. So I'm appealing to the government to help us. If that will put more men on duty, let it be. Let the DEA be put to work. Let it improve in our work. Because having DEA and then having 10 ghettos in one community, I mean, that proves that the DEA not really working. So we appeal to the government to please put more things into place that the DEA will be able to perform more of their duty and see how best we can reduce or eradicate the drugs that is affecting our nation. And for the August 7th March, please, to every Liberians out there, I'm appealing to you to join us on this campaign. Let us all go there that day and then see to it that the government hear us, hear our cry, and let this be a successful one. Thank you.
All right, we are running out of time. We play 2 more minutes to be on the show. So we love for you to call out your number. So probably people that are following this conversation would like to reach out to the Dprince Humanitarian Organization because these are things that we do on our platform. We give give our guests the opportunity to call their number out so that our followers or people that will come across this video after watching it who want to be your help to them can reach out to them. So we appreciate it if you call your number out and then we just squeeze in Aloysius with 1 minute. Probably have one question for you before you can go.
Okay. So, firstly, the Dprince Humanitarian Organization head office is located at the Johnsonville Turning Point. There where we have our head office, and we are open up from Monday to Saturday. Yeah, from 8 to 4 p.m. And my number is +231 772 9872. That's my website number. You can website us anytime, and then we'll be available.
All right. Thank you very much for being on this platform today. You are indeed a motivation to others out there. other youth out there should look up to you as someone who they can look out for to serve as mentor because of what you're doing. To see a young man like you with all of the challenges, you always put in your energy to make sure that your voice be heard out there to make sure you put smile on people's faces. So thank you so much, my dear brother. It was nice having you today on the Humanity Conversation, and we'll always be looking up to you to join our conversation because of your fascinating discussion and your truly analysis when it comes to when it comes to drugs and substance abuse. So there is the Humanity Conversation. We are open to every Liberian in and out of Liberia because our sole aim is to talk about human interest story. We know that everything in Liberia is politics, so we want to deviate from it. There are other things that are affecting people in society that need to be talked about, like things that you are doing. People need to hear about it. So that's the reason we come up with this platform. So you are welcome again once more. Thank you so much, my dear brother. I'm not sure if you have anything for Prince, you can just say it so we can let go of Prince. Alonso, are you there? I think we're facing a problem with Prince. So Prince, you can just give your parting comment and then we just call it a day for today's edition.
Okay, so thanks to the Extended Hand Liberia for hosting me here today. I'm so glad to have you here today, and I'm so glad to have myself here today also. So for this platform, I appreciate you, and I pray that this should continue so that other parents out there and well wishers and communities people can be able to be informed concerning things that are happening within our surrounding. So thank you one more, and I will say you are welcome.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. It was nice having you on the Humanity Conversation. So that's how we let go of our guest, Prince Poah from the Dprince Humanitarian Organization, a young Liberian who have been doing extremely well in Liberia, reaching out to ghettos and reaching out to the street, talking to disadvantaged youth to make sure that they get out of drugs addiction. So we are encouraging every well-meaning Liberian in and out of Liberia to support the Dprince Humanitarian Organization, to support other non-profit organizations in Liberia so that they can make their working so smooth for people for people that are in need to find the necessary care and things that they deserve. So Aloysius, that's how we let go of Prince because you have some bad network problem from your end and we couldn't hold on to our guests because
Yeah.
we got catch up with time, so we have to let go of our guests. So it is what it is for today. The conversation was interesting. I believe people that watch this video or parents that will come across this video or watch this video, there are some things that they learn from Prince through his explanation, and I believe other parents out there will try to start working on some of these things. If you are just coming across this platform, this is the Humanity Conversation, a fascinating podcast that brings you all the happening relating to human interest stories. I'm the co-host, and I've been joined by the host, Aloysius SSJ Jr. So Aloysius, you can just give your partner comment, and then we just close up the curtain for today's edition.
So, like you said, Morrison, the conversation was fruitful, it was rewarding, and we look forward on this platform to have more and more of these conversations. So, if you are just joining us today, we want to urge you to always join us Monday to Thursday, every weekday. So, it's every week, Monday to Thursday, 4 p.m. Liberian time. And join the United Conversation. And let's have, I think it can normally be 12 in the United States. So join
Yeah.
the United Conversation and let us have a wonderful time together. These are some of the things we have to talk about to save our society. So the name is Aloysius. Join us on tomorrow again. We will be back with another edition of the program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear brother Aloysius Chea. Thank you. And this is how we draw up the curtain for today's edition with our team song. So it is what it is.
Make it west. Gotta come on, make it even by the cup of rest. One man in more than 3 positions. The same thing they were against when they were opposition. You tell me what we leading to. So they think they got peace and justice, nothing for the poor.